Hey everyone, it's your Almighty Love here, back again with another review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Don't Worry Darling, which stars Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde, Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, Gemma Chan, and many more, and the film is directed by Olivia Wilde herself, and in this movie the synopsis goes like this. In the 1950s, Alice and Jack live in an idolized community of Victory, an experimental company town that houses the men who work on a top-secret project. While the husbands toil away, the wives get to enjoy the beauty, luxury, and debauchery of their seemingly perfect paradise. However, when cracks in her idealistic life, Alice, begin to appear, exposing flashes of something sinister lurking below the surface, Alice can't help but question exactly what she's doing in Victory. So as you guys know, Don't Worry Darling has been getting a lot of very bad reviews recently, and there has been mixed thoughts about the film. Some people really just hating it, and some people really, really liking the movie. And I gotta say, guys, I really enjoyed Don't Worry Darling from start to finish, and I think it's a solid film, and I don't think it's as bad as what people are saying about this movie. But it's definitely, wouldn't say it's the best film of the year, but it does something, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on that exactly. So, what do I think about Don't Worry Darling? Let me start off with the positives. I think the set design, the set costumes, it really is awesome. I mean, they captured the 50s really well in this movie, and it's the set design, set costume, it's perfect, and just the way the houses look, everything about it, I think what I gotta give props to the set design and the costume design, because it's really awesome, and I think they did really such a great job of capturing the 50s feel to it. So, big props on that. Florence Pugh's performance, I think she killed it. I really, really liked her performance, and it was really something. It's really a film that, her performance for that matter, you really felt exactly what she was going through, and you were wondering exactly what was going to happen to her, what was going on, what was happening, and she was, as you see throughout what as you see throughout the movie, you see that she's seeing things that she's not supposed to see, and she sees things that are just like completely weird, and she's trying to find out the truth. And I love when movies have that, when when you see a person trying to find the truth, like The Matrix or The Truman Show, any of those movies that cover those topics of one character trying to find out the truth. It's something really amazing, and as you know, this film is inspired by those films, and it does pull off in this movie, and it's really quite awesome. I won't give away exactly how they pull it off, but if you see the movie, I think it really captures that, and it really pulls it off in a unique way. So yeah, I think Florence Pugh's performance was excellent, and I really enjoyed her performance. Now Harry Styles, on the other hand, I think his performance wasn't really that bad, but it wasn't really great either. I think he has potential. I think he has a potential of it becoming someday maybe a really good actor, but we'll have we'll have to see. I didn't think his performance was bad. I didn't think his performance was that bad. It just wasn't that great. It wasn't really obviously Oscar standards, but I think he did something, and that's all I could say. So, Harry Styles, I think you did something with this. What's also very interesting about this movie is that it also has a very interesting message and really interesting concept, really. It's more than really what you expect this movie to really be, and by the third act, you see what really happens, and this movie has a very, really interesting message about men and women relationships, and 50s, and toxic masculinity of men, and the women working home while the men are out there doing this project, this victory project. And in that you see that in this movie, you see that they have this leader with Chris Pine, and they're following him. this leader and what he does, and I think they really did a great job of touching that basis of men and women relationships, and also toxic masculinity. And I think the writer the writer really did a great job of putting those underlining things. I don't want to give anything away, but I think those themes, those messages, I think it's really something really special to it, and I really enjoyed it. And honestly, I also thought this movie was really well paced. The movie's not overly long, which is really good. And it's one of those movies that keeps you guessing. Like, I mean, of course, from the trailers, if you could tell, and things that happen, and the inspiration for The Matrix and The Truman Show, and I think they really did a great job, because it really reminded me a lot of those movies into this, as I think, as I said before. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that, and it's like I said, it's just one of those movies that it keeps you guessing from the beginning to the end, and you're wondering exactly what's really going down exactly, and when you finally get to the point of how this started, why she's here to begin with, it really is surprising, and I think the third act is really just well made. I did think the movie also, and during the third act, there were some unanswered questions here and there, but that's just me nitpicking. So I'm just nitpicking just for that. But I enjoyed Don't Worry Darling. It's a film that I think you should definitely guys give a chance at, and I think it's something pretty special. So I'm definitely want to watch it again. And yeah, so Don't Worry Darling, I'm gonna give it 8.5. I enjoyed it.